Okay, so first exercise here is just a red spring. We're going to warm up with some elephants. So you're going to lift up into a plank or press up position, and then you're going to reach that carriage out slowly and controlled. And you're going to work your core as you pull back in. Now your wrists should be nice and relaxed here, so try not to grip onto the bar, have your hands just resting on top of the bar. Your neck here should be in line with your spine. And as you reach back, don't be tempted to let your back arch. Focus on keeping your rib to hip connection. So your rib cage shouldn't push down towards the floor. You should keep it pulled in. Keeping your abdominal area fairly flat. And just give a wee bit of squeeze into the glutes as well, just to help support the lower back. Now, if you find that's too easy, you can change down to a blue spring. It's going to make it a bit more difficult. Just nice smooth reaches out there. And you don't want to be rushing on the way back in. A slightly different version this time. So just drop the bar down a bit out of your way. Now I've changed down to a blue spring just to make it a bit more difficult for me, but red is going to give you that bit more support. Same exercise, just with your hands in a much lower position here. So you're just targeting a different area, your abdominals. Again, it's just nice and controlled. You're just reaching away and you're trying to get those abdominals to really squeeze. And relax. Now, staying with elephants, we're going to move on to a baby elephant. So for me, I'm doing this on a yellow spring. So the carriage here is really light, so it's going to glide away very easily. It's going to be quite difficult to pull back in. Now, as you reach out and throughout the exercise, your arms should stay really straight. As you pull back in, really feel like you're pushing your shoulders down away from your ears. Feel like your shoulder blades are pushing down towards your butt cheeks. Now, really important to keep that rib to hip connection here. So that rib cage, don't let it flare forwards. Keep it tucked in and really squeeze into the abdominals. If you find a yellow spring is a bit too difficult, change to a blue for a bit more support. Some people will find yellow is a bit on the easy side as well. You definitely should feel it in your abs. Get a bit of squeeze in your glutes as well, again, just to help support the lower back as you go through the exercises. Now, just before moving on, just have a quick shell stretch. Now, I'm dropping down now to no springs, so this is quite difficult. So key here is keep the technique really good. Arms straight, shoulders down, ribs tucked in, not letting that back arch, not letting your rib cage push forward. So keep your tummy area nice and flat, challenge through your core. It's going to be quite difficult on the way back in. You're having to engage a lot of muscle grips here to keep that body in a nice strong position. If you find that really difficult, just do small repetitions or just go back to a yellow spring. Okay, now we're going to change to just a blue spring. Now make sure you've got cushion mats underneath your elbow here. So we're going into a side plank series here. So you're going to have your top foot forwards and then you're going to lift up into a side plank just on a blue. Arm up and start off just threading under. So we're going to start with 3 thread unders Don't let your pelvis drop down towards the springs here. Try and keep it elevated up nice and high. Really trying to bring that effort into your waist. Once you've got your 3 thread unders done, you're going to do 20 pulses here. So with every pulse, you're squeezing that bottom waist muscle. You're trying to really engage it, get it working nice and hard. Now thread back under again. This time just doing 2 thread unders and then another 20 pulses here. Again, really focus on that waist, get it squeezing hard. If you find this exercise is a bit too difficult, you can do this on your knees, but your knees will be up against the shoulder rests. Now from here, bend your knees in all the way and then push your legs out straight. So you're just doing 3 of these. And then once you've pushed away, thread under and try and lift your hips higher and higher and just squeeze and try and hold for about 5 seconds. And then just relax. Just a very quick shell stretch for a second. And then we're going to get ready and set for the other side. So again, just get your elbow in a nice secure position. Your top leg is your forwards leg. And then lift up into your side plank position. So again, arm up towards the ceiling, starting with 3 thread unders, just nice and controlled. Right, 20 pulses here, squeezing that waist. Really focusing on getting that waist engaging as much as you can. And then 2 thread unders, just nice and smooth. Back to your pulses again. So your waist should be really heating up now at this stage. Should be really active. Now into your knee bend. So bend right in and push right out. So just 3 of these. And then thread under, stay under, squeeze that waist, keep squeezing it, and relax. Now, I'm going to split the mats out wider, and I'm going to pop my hands on the outside of the plate. Into a press up position, turn your feet to the left, move the carriage out, and then pull it all the way in, coming up into a pike position. So we're just going to do 3 pikes on either side. So you'll know you're finished when your carriage comes all the way in and you'll hear a wee noise. Now when you come in on that last one, just hold it and squeeze your waist for a few seconds. And then we're going straight into the other side. So again, lift up into press up position, turn your feet over to the right, move that carriage out smooth, and then pike up towards the ceiling, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Get that waist working, release it down. Just 2 more. Just once you're finished your hold at the end, just relax. So we're going to lift the bars back up to the top notch. And we're going to change to a red spring or a red and yellow spring. Red and yellow is a bit harder, so your abs are going to work a bit more. Red is kind of your standard. Now, lying on your back, feet on the bar, reach your arms up towards the ceiling and give yourself a bit of space here, so make sure you're not against the shoulder rests. Arms are straight to the ceiling. You're going to start off just with a basic ab prep exercise. So hands down, lifting your head and chest up. So just focusing really on your upper abdominals, squeezing here. Now your legs stay nice and stable. You're not letting your knees come towards your chest. You're bringing your chest towards your thighs. Nice and soft feeling around your neck. Don't be pushing your chin into your chest. Now when you get to the top, just hold. Now we're going to move the legs. So we're going to get your lower abs to fire. So for me, I'm going to just lower my feet until they just tap the bar and then tuck back up. For other people that have longer legs, you'll be going over the bar. If you're a bit stiff in your lower back, then you're not going to be moving quite as far. You only move down to where you feel you're able to control the shape of your body so your lower back stays in the same position. And you should feel that in your lower abs. Now arms into a Y position, just roll your knees to one side. Just a quick stretch here and then swing around to the opposite side. Now, arms up towards the ceiling. Legs back into the tabletop. You're going to start with your left leg straight. Now you're just coming up and over that right leg here. You're going to get up nice and high. Left shoulder here getting much higher than the right shoulder, moving in a diagonal. Hold up on your fifth and just do 10 wee pulses up, really squeezing into your oblique muscles. Back to tabletop and just go straight onto the other side. So you're going to do 5 lifts up and over that left leg. And when you're at the top, just do 10 tiny pulses, really squeezing into your abdominals. And then a quick rest. Okay, so again, arms back up again. Now float your legs back up into tabletop. Now, this time, hold your arms down, lift your head and chest up, and extend your legs out straight. We're going into hundreds. So you're breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5. Really squeeze through your abdominals. If you want to make this a bit harder, let your legs go slightly lower, get your chest up higher. Keep squeezing tight into your abs, trying to breathe in for 5 beats and out for 5 beats. Keep the breathing relaxed. Try and lift your chest a bit higher. Try and drop your feet slightly lower. Keep the legs fairly straight. You can have a soft bend in your knees if you like. Keep squeezing. In 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5. Really bring your attention to your abdominals. Get them squeezing as hard as you can as you pulse those arms. And relax. Okay, so just place your longer straps back on the folds. Now you're going to come up into a kneeling position facing the back of the machine. One foot on the bar and push that leg out straight. Then lift the opposite foot up. So you're in a reverse press up position here. And then our aim here is just reaching that carriage out. So my legs, hips, lower back, rib cage don't move here. I'm trying to keep them all nice and solid. So I'm squeezing through my quads, I'm squeezing through my glutes. I'm really bringing a lot of tension into my abdominals. Now, the further out you reach those arms, the more challenging it's going to be. Keep your neck in line with your spine as well. On your last one, just reach out and hold and relax. And that's it all done.